I only found out about this movie 2 days ago. It was on Cineworld and I happened to see it and I was just curious by the poster. I watched 2 trailers. One was about making androids, like they're like making robots and stuff like that. It looked like a very sad kind of emotional movie. And then the other trailer I watched was a musical. For the same movie, but tonally, the 2 trailers couldn't be any more different if they tried. Now the movie itself is actually both. It's about testing an AI that looks like a person and seeing if they can integrate into a classroom without any of the children knowing. Now, being that this is an anime, you know things are going to go wrong. Some of the kids find out and they kind of play along with it for a bit. They kind of have their own kind of take on it and their reasons for why they want to go along with the experiment and stuff like that, which is pretty interesting. The musical segments are kind of just out there. They're like completely random. Apart from the introduction was weird, but it kind of felt right. Whereas it's just really weird. Like, I don't know, I can't explain it. Like, you know, musicals when you like, it's kind of like this setup, and then suddenly they start breaking out into song. No, this android, sorry, just sings, just randomly sings like anytime, and like it's like, okay, this is awkward. The thing about it is, I didn't really care about the android. Like, she wasn't necessarily the main character. The one that she's trying to befriend, the human, is the main character, and she's like the loser kid that everyone bullies. And of course, like, you got a jock. I actually like the jock because he actually had a personality. He was an 80% student, so he wasn't like, he didn't excel at anything. He always came second place, and I kind of like that because, generally speaking, people aren't great at everything, and usually they do excel, and there are some of those people out there that just don't have anything that they're really good at. They're just average at anything. The rest of the cast were quite fleshed out as well. There was quite a few romances in it. Being that this was set in as high school, I kind of expected that. I would have liked a bit more of, like, set up for the creation of the android and stuff like that, finding out about the people who are actually developing the AI and what they want to achieve from it, because we never really find that out apart from the intro when they say, oh yeah, we need it to integrate seamlessly and people not notice it's an android. I mean, yeah, but you know, why are you creating it? And the setting itself is all quite futuristic. Like, the robots are bus drivers, they're growing the crops, they're doing all that. It's a very AI-centric world. Of course, they don't look human. They are shaped, but they're clearly robots. They look it, and they act it. The third act of the movie is kind of what won me over with this movie, because before that, there wasn't really much to it. There was a few little hints of romances with some characters, and 2 of them did get together. But there was nothing that really pulled me in and made me go, ooh. The animation was lovely, but there wasn't any substance to it. And then the third act kind of like does a, like, Digimon, the movie. I don't know if anyone's seen that. Where it kind of like, it does this little thing where it ties everything up and it has like all these flashbacks to their childhood and stuff like that, and it kind of brings it all around. But being that nothing was established early on for it, it does lean onto that a little bit too much, because we only see them for about, I don't know, it feels like a few weeks, I'd say. And aside from that, like, you have the big like number at the end, which is all fireworks and magic and stuff like that. And it is a really, really nice moment. I do think it's really weird that the guy kind of falls in love with the AI, and it's kind of like a her moment where you kind of think the dude's going to kind of get dirty with his AI, and it gets weird. It gets really, really weird. Now, that might just be my mentality, but that's weird. That's weird, dude. That's weird. Props for being proud of it and stuff like that, but that's weird. It kind of reminds me of something like Weathering with You, where it's an enjoyable movie, but it doesn't really have like the character development, the kind of the pull that you kind of have with other movies. Like, there's a few that I could think of, like Your Name. I know, like, Your Name is a really, really popular one, but rightfully so, because you connect with every single character in that movie, and you feel what the boy and the girl are going through about this movie. And in this, I didn't really connect with anyone. I felt like there were a few bits that I quite liked, but the fact that you kind of got the social outcasts, and then the jock, and then like the I'm going to call her the bitch. She was the bitch. Like, they all start becoming friends quite quickly, and like some instances you do have that, but in school, like, I never saw that at all. Like, occasionally there would be groups of people who were kind of like the outcasts, but you never quite get it in that kind of vein. They don't fit together as well, but you can't really say too much about it because at the end of the day, it is a movie. It is fictional. I would watch it again. I think watching it again would be a better experience because the musical numbers wouldn't feel so out of place. They would actually make a lot more sense in the context of things, and being that you would have found out something quite prominent later on in the movie, and then you would go in knowing that from the beginning, I think you'd actually feel a lot more connected to the character. Actually, final thoughts, I would listen to the music again, because I did enjoy the musical numbers. I did. I think on Spotify they would come off a lot better. I think the musical numbers were all pretty good. It's just in the setting of things, it didn't really fit in. I only came on I still don't actually know the name of the movie. I think it's Sing for the Harmony.